everyone, my name is Amanda and I'm the Fun Size Reader, and welcome to the reveal video for March of 2023's Fun Size Book Club. Before I get into the pick, I wanted to kind of explain some things that I have been doing to try to pick this book. So as I've said in my other videos or previous videos, you probably heard if you follow along with book club, I'm going to try to flip-flop back and forth between contemporary romance and fantasy romance this year for Fun Size Book Club. That's pretty much most of what I read, most of what all of you are following me for. So I wanted to kind of give a little bit of a variety. It breaks up we just start a new fantasy series every single time for book club. So gives us a little bit of a break for that. But one of the things that I did in trying to pick this book this month was put a poll on my community tab here on my channel and on my Instagram story. And I had asked all of you, would you rather read a really long book by a well-known and loved author, or would you rather read a shorter or normal size book by a less known author? In both places, it was overwhelming that everyone voted to read a really long book by a well-known author. So that's what I was going to do. I was going to pick that. I was like, okay, that's what the people want. That's what we're going to do. But I changed my mind. And the reason is because I was going to pick a game of Malice and Greed by the Twisted Sisters, Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. We know them. We love them. We love ZA. We love their dark romances. Know they're spicy. Like, it was going to give us all the things. However, when I was first asking this poll, the page number wasn't posted. And that's why I said I knew it was going to be long, but I didn't know how long it was going to be. It was finally posted, and coming out of the month that I had, if you guys saw my wrap-up video yesterday that I posted, I did not have a fantastic reading February. Trying to go in with book club for a 955-page book, I did not think was fair to anybody. So I did not choose that. The book does look really interesting to me. It's dark fantasy. It's an Aladdin retelling. It's enemies to lovers. It's the Twisted Sisters. So it has things that I want to read, and I do want to read it, but not for book club. Okay, not for book club. I'm not going to do that to you guys. I did it with Anastasia and didn't realize that it was 800 pages, and I said I wouldn't do that again to you guys. So I'm not going to do that again. The other issue is, though, all y'all authors out there are writing really fucking long books right now. Like, I'm not kidding. They are so long. I am having such a hard time finding a book that is between 300 and 400 pages. They're going to be a little longer, on the longer side. And a lot of people say that doesn't bother them. But like, for book club, I try to make it not overwhelming. Right? So if you still want to read a game of Malice and Greed, I do still want to read it. I don't want to call this like a buddy read, but like I may try to get to it in the month of March if y'all were going to get to it. And a lot of people reached out and said, hey, I finished it, or hey, we want to do a chat or whatever. Like, we can do that, but it's long. So I don't know when that's going to happen or when I'm going to finish it. So that's not book club. That is not the book club book. I also thought about doing one of the runner-ups of the Viking romances that I had in the running from January, but I didn't want to do that back to back. I didn't want to do, well, the last fantasy that we read was a Viking inspired book, and I didn't want to do that right away again. So I didn't end up picking that one either, but I still do want to read them, but I didn't end up picking that one. And then Nikki and I like to play this game where she likes to guess what the book club book is. And she has gotten it so many freaking times. And I do not tell her, guys. I do not tell her, but she guesses it almost every single time. So this time when she gave me her final guesses, I messaged her. I was like, hey, what are your final guesses? So she gave me her final guess list. And I picked one that wasn't on the list. Just kidding. I mean, I did actually. I'm not just kidding. But she did have one that I had on there as a contender. She did pick one of the two that I was deciding between. But it wasn't the final decision because Nikki had said it. I picked it because I liked the synopsis better because I do actually read the synopses for book club books. So we are going to be reading For March of Mist and Shadow by Jenna Wolfhart. This is a fantasy romance. It's an enemies to lovers, dark fantasy. I don't know if there's spice in it, but I assume so. It's got an average rating of 4.3 on Amazon and 3.8 on Goodreads, so it's kind of riding around that 4 average. So here is the synopsis. When the vicious Fae King catches Tessa stealing his powerful gemstones, he demands a cruel punishment. She must leave her family and friends behind and become his future human bride. Tessa has never stepped foot inside the glittering Fae City until now. No mortal is allowed. There, things are far more monstrous than she ever dreamed. King Oberon humiliates her, terrorizes her, and threatens those that she loves. But when she escapes, someone far worse finds her. The lethal Mist King, the enemy Fae who trapped her people beneath the reign of King Oberon in the first place. The one who destroyed human cities and watched them burn. He takes her captive and then offers her a deal. Become the first mortal to kill a Fae King, and he will free her people. But the mists beyond the kingdom walls are dangerous, ruthless, and mesmerizing. And so is he. As Tessa fights her growing desire, she must make a choice. Her dagger can only kill one Fae. Which king will it be? This one lies at about 450 pages. It is available on Kindle Unlimited and in hard copy. And as always, I will put the links down in the description below. I have seen this one around. I actually recently saw a video where someone was talking about it and was talking about books that people are constantly comparing to ACOTAR and how everything needs to be compared to ACOTAR and how she wishes that people could just consider amazing books for amazing books. And while I totally agree with that, and that's besides the point. The point is that she mentioned this book as one of those, like, just an amazing book that she loved. And so I was like intrigued, and I looked it up a little bit more and read the description, and I liked it. So I was like, I think this is a good option. Hopefully this satisfies y'all's fantasy romance binge reading desire. I really, really hope I like it. The high ratings on both Amazon and on Goodreads give me some hope, but we will have to see. Remember, for next month, for March, our discussion will be moving from Tuesdays to the new permanent day of Wednesdays. I'm doing this so on days like this week, I do not have to post 4 times. I can only post 3 times, which is kind of, when I'm good at it, my normal pattern. So the discussion will be on the last Wednesday of the month, which is March 29th at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The time is not changing. It's only the day of the week that is changing. It's still going to be the last to give us the most time possible to get the book and read the book, but it's just going to shift from Tuesday to Wednesday. All right, I hope you guys are excited to read this book with me. As always, all the links will be down below. Let me know in the comments if you are going to join this month. Don't forget, you can find me on all the social media, and I will see you guys next time.